Hi everyone, so today I'm teaching you how to make these cat ear headbands with like the beaded ones like this. So first you're obviously going to need a headband of some sort. I'm using this pink one just because I feel like it. You're going to need wire. I'm using this focus camera. Thin beading wire because what I have is what I like to use. And if you're using thick wire, you're going to need pliers or wire cutters. Probably both, unless your pliers have wire cutters built into them, to cut it and to bend the wire. But since I'm using just this thinner wire, my wire can be bent with my fingers pretty easily, and I can cut it with scissors. If you're using thick wire, you're going to need wire cutters and pliers. And you're also going to need some sort of beads. I'm using these crystal clear ones. I counted out the number I need because I like this size ear. So I counted out how many I need for one ear, and then I'll do more. Because both ears are exactly the same, so we're going to be doing one ear, and then we'll do the other ear. We'll do it in 2 clips. First, you're going to need to take your wire. Mine is this gold stuff, because what I have. You want to unbend it and stuff. You might have any pliers for this, if you might need it. And figure out how long you need it. Mine looks about that. I have no idea what length it is. Just figure out how big you want your ear to be, and then add a little extra so you can wrap it around the headband so it doesn't fall off. And that looks about good to me. So I'm going to put that up in there, and then I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut it off. And if you want to make sure your ears are the same size, you can just count out how many beads for each ear, but also another good idea is to cut your pieces of wire both first so that they end up being just about the same length by putting them next to each other and making sure they're the same length. So I'm going to do that real quick. It's just a little difficult with wire. And see, my wire is thin, so I can cut with scissors, as you heard. So now you're done with the wire roll, pretty much. Now you're going to take this wire, your piece of wire, and you're going to pretty much need to fold it in half. So you can find the center point, which is where the pointy part of your cat ear is going to be. You want to fold it, but you don't want to fold it perfectly in half. You want to leave it sort of like that. So when you pull it back apart, and then you kind of just round it a little bit, it kind of looks like a cat ear. Something like, it's hard to see with the wires, it looks something like that. Just without the beads. Like that. But you also want the bend to be in the middle that your beads don't pass over it too easily. Because you want to keep the same amount of beads on both sides to make it even. Now, you're probably going to want to take your beads, and string on half of your beads, which for my ears, one ear contains 24 beads of my size, but depending on how big or small your beads are, you may need more, you may need less. I don't exactly know how big, but just you can make small cat ears, you can make bigger cat ears. It's all up to you. I found if I'm making them too much bigger, then they might be a little bit easier to flop over because the wire's thinner, but this is the size that I like. Mine contains 24 beads, and the beads, come here, are about that big. That big. Not real big. So I'm going to start by threading half the beads on the one side of the ear. You see how I said the beads can just cross over like this? That means the end isn't pointed enough. So you want it to stay on one side. And then you can always straighten out the bottom part of it more, like that. Now it'll still cross over, but I need it a little pointier then, I guess. Also, once there's beads on the other side and stuff too, it won't cross over as much. This is just to keep it even and make sure you have enough beads on both sides. You can readjust the bending after you've got all your beads on, and you have it like hooked on and stuff. So I mean I have 24 beads on my whole ear, which means 12 on the one side. So that was 1. This is 2. And this is 3. It was like that. Now I gotta take another bead, and that is 4. I have them in this tiny container, so they're a little hard to get out. And 5. And 6. Halfway done with this half of the ear. and 7, and 8, and 9, and 2 more, 11, and 12. And then, for the moment, right now, you can set your other beads aside. So now you have half of it done. Now you gotta make very careful not to let these all just fall off. So that's why you gotta keep your ear upside down for the moment. And now you gotta sort of figure out where on the headband you want to put your ear. It'll take a little work to figure out take a little bit of work to figure out where you want them. But I do recommend using a headband with these little teeth because it makes it easier to bind you can just bind your wire right in between a couple of the teeth. So I'm going to try to figure out. First, what I want to try to figure out is the center, which is about here, I think. Is that about close? Oh, a little. Maybe it's this little opening. Yeah, that was about close. That's what the center. And you can see mine on the headband. They look pretty far apart. When it opens up to my head, to my head size, it's okay looking. When you're trying it on and like figuring it out, you're gonna want to like get up and look in the mirror and stuff and make sure it looks the way you want it to. So I'm gonna just take this and try to put it on. And you want to try to keep it so your beads stay right next to it, so that they're nice and close together when they're right next to the headband. And you want to just wrap your wire in between one or two of the teeth and around it. Now, if your wire, did one of my beads just fall off? Maybe. I'll figure it out in a minute. If your wire is stiffer, you're gonna want to use pliers for this, because it'll hurt. Oops, my beads are falling off. If your beads fall off, just pick them up, put them back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that means there's one more around here somewhere. Whoops, sorry. And I'll just grab one of my beads for the next part of my ear, and I can go get more later. Come here, bead. And then put it on. If your beads fall off, just put them back on. And try to get them back over to the correct side of the ear. If you can. That's why you kind of want to work with this all upside down instead of right side up. Now I got one half of my ear twisted on. So now I'm going to start putting the beads on. I have to keep my eye open for that one that ran away. Or I might have to go get another bead. I don't have enough beads for one ear at the moment. You want to put on 12 beads on this side. Or however many you're doing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoops, I'll pick this up. That's 9, finally. 10. Here's 11. If it'll ever go on. And now, I'm going to be right back while I look for the 12th bead that I lost. I'm back, and I found the bead. It was just on the floor. Now I gotta just put that on. So that was number 12 of this side of it. So that's sort of what it should look like. I know it's not real like round and like actual cat ear shaped right now. It's just kind of like a triangle. But once you actually get it hooked on all the way onto your headband, then you can adjust it more. When you're not worrying about all the beads falling off. The beads falling off. And it even might help if you count how far apart how many teeth are in between one end and the other to make the other cat easier. Kind of like right about there. There's no exact science to where you place them. It's pretty much just what you like and the way you like them to look. So that's one cat ear. Focus camera. And you can kind of just round it a little bit. Like that. So make it a little more cat ear. And you can pull them apart and stuff. You can pull it apart. Just like round it a little more. See, it doesn't matter if the beads stay on the correct side anymore, because now they're going to stay there because there's nowhere else for them to go to. So it looks something sort of like that. That's pretty good for me, because this is sort of look the same to me. So now, since I didn't count correctly, and I only got enough beads for one ear, I'll be right back with beads for the other ear. So I'm back, and I have another ear's worth of beads. So now I gotta do the exact same thing we just did over again, which means we take the piece of wire. If you didn't cut your wire both at the same beginning, then you have to cut your piece of wire. But I cut my both of the beginnings so they'll be the same length. Now you gotta match up your ends of your wire and sort of find the center point. You want to fold it completely in half. That's what it's going to look like. You want to fold it completely in half. You want to just sort of find the center mostly. And then you want to sort of open it back up. Make a triangle. Now, you take your beads and you put 12 on one side. And try not to drop them all in the process. And you kind of want it folded in half a little bit more than you want, because this way it keeps your beads on one side of the half of the ear. 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, and 12. Now you can set your other beads aside for a moment. And you kind of want to keep it closed like this for right now. And now, this is the point where you have to start counting and more stuff. So this is the center of my headband. I'm going to count how many teeth over I did this ear, and then I can count can't talk. How many teeth over this way to put the other ear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After the 13th tooth on my headband is where I put this first ear. Over on this side, I'm going to do this ear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So right here. I'm going to recount because I lost my place a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right in here. Oops. Lost it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There. Got the line back into place again. Gotta wrap the wire around it pretty tight so it stays nice. And there, I got half the ear attached. Now we gotta take the beads for the other half of the ear and put them on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there, now you have all the beads on. Now first you want to make sure you slide it. If your beads slid down at all like this, there's a little gap between them and the little wire spacer there, you want to slide them back to where they go. And now I gotta count how many teeth are between each set of wires on this other ear so I can know how far to put this one apart. So I have 1, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. That's why I recommended teeth, is because of the fact that it just makes it easier to center them on each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gotta count one time, I lost my place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oopsie, I let it go again. Because I was busy because my beads were sliding funny. So I count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right there. Gotta wrap the wire around as many times as it goes, and then adjust the placement of the ear a little bit. Like bend the wire. And now you can adjust your ear to however you like it to be. I'm going to do a little adjusting on these. Try to make them look almost the same. And now you have your very own pair of beaded cat headband. Beaded cat ear headband. And this is what it looks like. These ones I made with this pink clear headband, and then these clear crystal beads. And this one I used this headband because it had teeth, and the one I had it on originally broke, so I put it on a different one. And I have these pearl beads. I like both of them. I'll definitely be wearing them eventually. And I have a shirt that's perfect for this video because this video is all about cat ears and headband stuff. Is it this shirt? It says this shirt. I got it from Walmart. It says Taco Cat. Spelled backwards is Taco Cat. And there's a Taco Cat with a mustache on it, as you can see there. Well, that's you can see there. Can't see the bottom because it's just not on frame. So, give this a thumbs up if you like me doing headband videos. I'll try to figure out another one if you like it. And comment down below if you did this and what color headband you used and what kind of beads you used. And subscribe. Bye!